Happy mid-morning, guys. All right, so it's still Sunday. It's still raining. I'm still stuck in a house and actually doing something in the house that's prepping and productive. You believe it or not, there are things I can do that way too. But that doesn't keep me from paying attention to what's going on and relaying some information to you guys that, of course, God knows CBS, NBC, CNN, sure as hell ain't going to tell you. Okay. How many times have you heard me say that this administration, their sole mission is to see who can outstupid each other? AOC usually runs pretty high on that list. Every once in a while you get Adam Schiff or Jerry Nadler in there, or, Elizabeth Warren. Joe Biden does a good job too. But this week's winner has got to be Janet Yellen. No doubt. This has got to be the stupidest thing I have ever heard somebody say. Now, mind you, Janet Yellen is the U.S. Treasury Secretary, okay? Pretty much the one who's, between her and Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, okay? Pretty much in control of the money, all right? Follow the money. So Janet Yellen came out yesterday and decided to warn the country of the dire consequences of not raising the debt ceiling, right? Okay, that we've got to do this. This is the quote that I had to read this like 3 times. I'm going, seriously? This is what she said. Get this. Spending would have to decline to match the tax revenues. Did you hear that? Spending would have to decline to match the tax revenues. What a freaking concept. Okay. I don't know about anybody else, but paycheck, you get a paycheck, and you go, okay, I got, let's just say for sake of example, $1,000. Great. Honey, how much do we have to spend this month? We've got $1,000 in the bank. We can't spend any more than that. Otherwise, we have to borrow it, and then we have to pay it back next month or whatever. No. Janet Yellen's idea is, we got $1,000 this month. Let's spend $5,000. Well, we get $1,000 next month. How are we going to pay that $5,000 back? Who cares? Let's borrow some more. Okay? Yeah. Run your household like the government tries to run the government. Gee, spending would have to decline? That's a bad thing? How many times have we all talked about getting out of debt? Not the government. Let's just take more, okay? Further on in her comments, talking about the debt ceiling, all right? It makes me nervous. It would be devastating. It's a catastrophe. We'll have a financial crisis, and I believe we would have a recession in the United States, okay? She also said that not raising the debt limit, get this, would strip the government of the ability to support the economy with stimulus. The government isn't supposed to support the economy. That's what business is supposed to do. The government is supposed to be a net zero. They take in X amount of dollars, they spend X amount of dollars, whether it is on the military or the highway system or whatever. That's it. They're not supposed to be stimulating the economy. That's not what a government is there for. That's what business does, okay? So then here's her next part. I mean, this is what I said. This is how stupid this woman is. Americans would face higher borrowing costs, and it would cause a good deal of turmoil globally as well. Good. Let's have people face higher borrowing costs. Maybe that will get them to stop borrowing money and start getting on some stable footing in their household. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Stop being 22 years old and go, I need a mansion and a yacht and a Camaro, and where's my corner office? No. Here's your starter home or your apartment so you can save money, which is pretty much impossible to do when you're in debt, all right? Putting money in the bank and saving it, well, you've got $10,000 in credit card debt at 26% interest, ain't exactly sound financial planning. What a concept, okay? The president and the leadership of Congress are responsible to find a way to get the debt ceiling raised. No, they are not. Congress is responsible for figuring out how to avoid completely crashing the country to oblivion. This is how stupid this woman is. And mind you, this is her second time around. Remember, she also ran under the Kenyan in chief, all right, or was in the Treasury under. I'm like, this woman is hell-bent. I mean, she is so effing stupid, it's unbelievable. My dog could run the Treasury better than this. How many of you guys are so thrilled when, I mean, I get comments, I get emails from you guys. I paid off my car, I paid off my house, I paid off my credit card. Somebody talked about last night on the live stream. What would I suggest? Paying off the house or paying off the credit cards first? We all get it. The way for independence is to not be beholden to anyone else. You know, if I've got debt, I'm beholden to the bank. If the bank holds a mortgage, the bank owns my house, not me, okay? I'm borrowing it from the bank until I pay it off. Once I pay off my house, I'm not beholden to anyone. Yes, I know what some of you are going to say, property tax, get over it. There's no country in the world that doesn't charge it. Unless you can move to the moon or Mars, you're going to pay property tax, okay? So there is no escaping that. Yes, that's what pays your roads and pays for your police and the city library and the kids go to school and yada, 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 okay? That's there. But the property tax that you are paid is being spent for what it's supposed to be spent on. Your local city is not going, hey, let's borrow a bunch of money from the Chinese so we can have a pride parade. Okay? No, that's not what's going on. But this is what I'm saying, guys. We hear, oh, fiscal policy, fiscal policy. That? We need to borrow more money, otherwise people won't be able to borrow more money. Think about the logic of that one. Oh, the U.S. would default. Let it freaking default, okay? Let the rest of the country and the world go, oh crap, the U.S. is broke. We can't send billions of dollars to defend Germany anymore when Germany can't defend themselves. Sorry, Germany, you fall? Tough shit, okay? Not my problem, all right? Gee, we can't pay for any more swimming pools in Indonesia. Gee, I'm sorry. Go dig the hole yourself and pay for it yourself. Why in the world do we need to be borrowing all this money to piss it away? I mean, Biden's coming out now going, there, get this, okay, and this was a close second for the stupidest comment of the week, said yesterday, there is no wasteful spending in Washington. Really? You know, the latest one, gee, we need to, gets better, okay. We need to give federal employees an 8.4 or 8.7% pay raise because of everything they dealt with COVID and working during the Trump administration. No, I'm sorry. I got a better idea. Why not give the American public an 8.7% tax cut for everything that we had to put up with for your mismanagement of the COVID disaster? And may I remind you, Joe, that employment was better under Trump. Gas prices were better under Trump. Food prices were better under Trump. Crime was better under Trump. And don't even start talking about the southern border, because when people are going to New York because Abbott's putting them on a bus and the immigrants are leaving New York going, this place is a cesspool, we want to leave. They came to the United States for a better life. And when the illegals are going to New York going, We don't want to be here. That tells you everything you need to know about stupidity. And Joe, you and Janet have it in droves. You've cornered the market on idiocity. Borrow more money so we can borrow more money. The circular logic that you have dumbfounds me. Got an idea, Joe. Got an idea, Janet. Why don't y'all learn from Joe Wrench Turner, who actually knows how to live within his means? Granted, his means are getting less and less and less because of these stupid things you want to do. Guys, screw them. You keep doing what's right. You keep paying off your debt. Forget it, okay? I would so love to find a protest that says the entire country is not paying income tax and starve them out. I would love it. The problem is, as great of an idea as it is, it'll never happen, because as long as some people do it, they'll just hire 87,000 more IRS agents and come after us. But we need to borrow more money? Who the hell are you kidding? So we can send more to Ukraine? What are we going to do if we go according to this Air Force general yesterday, if we're at a war against China in 2025, right? That Air Force general said yesterday. Yeah, let's see if we can borrow money from China so we can finance our war against China. That's the logic of this administration, right? See y'all. Pinball out.